Hello and welcome back. So I'm putting King's top rack on my amarock 2024 amarock style. So this is the King's 2 rib tub rack, which is just look like that. So it's not the one on the photo, it's got the one rib there, so mine is 2. So it's one here and one here, so it's a little bit bigger, I guess. So what I did was I took off my sports bar. So it's pretty simple. 2 nuts in there, two nuts in there, and then if you take this plastic cover off here, so you just put a 10mm bolts there. So you take them off, and then like that should just straight come off. So I'm just gonna take this off. So I took this plastic cover off that was on the tub rack. So there's only like a clip-ons here. Where are you here? Just these bad boys here. Oh, just these bad boys here. You just pinch them in with a set of pliers. Okay, so I just use this. So I just pinch them in, and then yeah, they'll just straight come off. That one here, it's got 3, one here, and then one around here somewhere. So I had to snap that one in because it's behind this panel there. I had no choice. I couldn't get in there. My pliers, nothing, even screwdriver, I couldn't get in there. So I just snap it off. Where is it? Here. So just like there. If you can get it, that's good. Yep, that's the plastic cover that goes in the sports bar over there on that hole there. So once you take it out, there's 2 bolts there, and then those 2 brackets here. Where is it? Here. Those brackets sits on those 2 holes there, and then these are bolts for it. So yeah, I took that one off as well because I don't need it. I could have leave it there, but it looks like ugly. I could have used it for like another bracket antenna or something, but I don't need it. So if I want to use my antenna, so I just go off these holes anyway. So I don't need it. And then there's another bracket here, which is this bracket is double. There's 2 brackets there. So I just I really want to left this on because it's holding those 2 panels together. And that was just like a T-shaped bracket that goes that way, and then up. So what I did was I just cut it off from here. As you can see there, that bracket there, I just cut it off, and then just a little bit of a rust-proof paint. I just used this bad boy there, $5 in Bunnings. So I just used that to prevent rusting as well. Yeah, that was just like, it was like here, right here. Where is it? That one here. It was like that. So I just cut it off. You can see there. Yeah, make sure if you want to do the same way I'm doing, so you make sure you paint that as well once you cut it. And then make sure you cover whole your car as well. Otherwise you get sparks on your thing. Paint job, and then all rust. So next step is my setting up my 4 legs for it. So what I did was I just kind of measure it. So as you can see, my pencil mark there. So that's because there's a little gap there. So as you can see it, see this gap there. If I want to put it like that, I can't like bolt it. So I'm bending this plastic. What do you call that? Yeah, it's just a plastic stuff. So what I did was I just took my measures and cut it back like this. So as you can see, there was like, it's not a pin, it just like sits in there. So it was like that. So I just took my measures, as you can see, that's my first measure, and then went back another whatever this gap is. So I just cut it off with a grinder, and then had to use this multi tool to get the edges right, because I didn't want to cut it. I didn't want to overcut that with the grinder. Yeah, I just filed this off after. It's nice and clean. So yeah, and then once you've done it, that there sits like that. I'm gonna cover it with plastic as well here. So once I put it, so I'm gonna take this off as well. I'm gonna bolt this bracket into the chassis and then slide this from the top like that, and then I can hide that bolts as well. So you just, that hole there is for this one. It'll look like this kind of, yeah. See that? It'll kind of look like that, and then I can, all that stuff, I just black silicone it so it looks a bit neater. Yeah, so once you cut it, oh, it goes that way. Once you cut it off, I'll just test fit that, and then this bracket here goes all the way down to that first bolt hole, and I'm gonna drill another hole there and then use the bolts the Kings provided. So yeah, I did this side already and other side as well. So yeah, all that kind of this stuff there, you can just leave it there, you just push it in there, and then yeah. So you can see the paint that one as well, so make sure there's rust proof or whatever. No, this one's a bit wonky, isn't it? Yeah, oh well, it's gonna get silicone anyway. So yeah, that bolt there, those two holes is for sports bar. So I'm gonna use that and then go back that way, and I'm gonna drill another hole here and then put a bolt underneath and then bolt from that way as well. So 1, 2, 3 bolts here. That's it, and let me finish that off, let me clean it off, and I'll get my backside set up. So if this is the backside, it comes around here. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. So I'm gonna measure it. I'm just gonna cut a square hole here with the grinder, and I'm gonna block this off. Right. All right, let me go ahead and take my measure. So to take your measure, let's get one of these bad boys here. So you just kind of put it like that, even just one bolt here, right? And then obviously this side, whatever the brackets. Oh, I might just use that hole anyway. All right, let me go ahead and see where it comes to. I want this kind of in the center of the tub, so this much gap there, so the bracket to the chassis, and then this bracket to the end of that tub as well. So I want it kind of in center. So let me go ahead and cut this side and see where it comes to. Alright, this is the back side as well, and I've got the light kit as well for it, which I'm going to put it after. Alright, let me go back to both sides, get my measures, and see where it's going to land. Okay, this is, I took the plastic, the tub cover off, the plastic strip off, so that goes on top of that. So I already cut that side, so this is the existing hole. I just had to extend that a little bit, so it just slides in there, straight in there. So there was a hole here, so I'm going to that existing hole, and I'm going to drill a hole there, and also I'm going to drill a hole here, but I can't get to this because of that. It says the hole there, but I can't because this is in the way, so I'm going to have to take this tire light off and then get it from the back. So yeah, once I take this off, should be these two bolts and then just slide off. So I'm just gonna, as soon as I take this off, I can get in there and then put that bolt in. So I gotta drill that, drill this, there was a hole there as well for this side, for both of them. So there was a factory bolt there, but there's a hole there just like that. So this is temporary bolts, and I'll have to drill this as well. So yeah, 3 bolts each leg, and this is so much easier if you do it like put the rib on, the whatever the thing is, so you can, you know where it's going. So yeah, so because I want to put it in the right in the center of that pub, so that's pretty much it there. So as you can see, that bracket there, I had to cut it off a bit, so it was hitting that still, the chassis thing. So it was hitting there, so I just cut the corner of that bracket here. And that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and drill these. 1, 2, 3 hole. 1, 2, and 3 here. So, and I'm going to use the bolts there provided. Alright, cool. I might just leave that one because that's nice and solid, and then I use the factory bolt too. I just leave that on, and I'm going to put a new bolt here, new bolt there, and also new bolts here too. So that's pretty much solid. Shouldn't have gone anywhere. Alright, let me go ahead and do this side same. So yeah, that was like here, I just extend it just like that, and I use that hole for the did I use that one? Which hole I used? Oh, I used that hole for that, the front hole. I used that one, and then the back one I obviously got a real new hole here. Righto. Let me drill that, mount the actual legs, and then take that off, take the top part off, and I can slide that in there. I can slide it just like that, and then bend it and then clip it on. That should be fine. Alright, I just took my tail light off. Oh, what happened there? Did I do that one, or just... Oh, it was just a factory molding thing, I think. Right, I just took my tail light off. It's just pretty easy. So bolt that off, take that bolt off, take that bolt off, and then those just clips in to right here. Pretty easy. You don't have to unplug it. Just set it aside. All I gotta do is just get that access there. So put my hand from here, put that bolt in, and I can put this back on. So before that, we just blow this off, all the rust. I drilled it from there, so I just spray paint that too. Alright, let me get that bolt in. So which is these bad boys here. So you got them. You got the washers, and you got the spring washers as well. So yep, and then bolt goes through. Alright guys, I put the plastic trim on. So I had to trim down a bit, just a little bit more, because I couldn't get them there. As you can see, there's little scratches there. I just couldn't really, when you're bending it, so I just got a little bit bigger. This side's perfect. Just gotta clean this off and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm just gonna Stanley knife it, just clean it with a knife or something. This side came up pretty sweet as well. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, there was a really, this side is tight. So as you can see, this thickness is a little bit, yeah, see that thickness there on the bottom. When you're bending it in, it's obviously a little bit bigger. So that's why it's got like snap this bit, but I don't care. I just got silicone it, black silicone it, so nice and neat. And I'm gonna block this side with the plastic. I might just do it just a small one. I'm gonna cut it nice and square and then super glue it, and that should be fine. Same as this side. I just do a plastic there, and then the other side as well. This side is pretty much done. I bolt it in there. Oh, where is it? I bolt it there. I put a bolt here too. As you can see, there's a bolt there. And then from underneath, it's that big bolt there. So make sure you spray them once you drill it, otherwise you get rust issues. Alright, this side's pretty much done. I took the cross members off, which is that goes here. I'm gonna put one here and one at the top. Let's put this back. Alrighty, that's pretty much it. I can put this tire light back in. Yeah, like I said, it's so easy. So once you line it up, just push it in, it clicks back in, and then you can put those two small bolts in, which is, they are here, star beats. It's a bit noisy. My neighbour's demolishing the house. They're going crazy over there. Alright, don't worry about them, that's all plastic. Yeah, while I was cutting it, plastic stuff. Oh, make sure there is a little, I don't know if you can see it, I'll show you once I take this off. There's a little a plastic molding, see that there? Same as this here, plastic molding stuff here. Make sure you clean it, shave it off, because you're gonna hit your bolt there. So this bolt here, you're gonna hit that all the plastic molding. I want it like this, but it's the best I can get it. That clips on. Maybe one side is not in yet still, but I can fix that with a screwdriver. Alrighty, let me go ahead and take this off. Oh, I actually have to cut this first. I'm gonna do exactly the same stuff. I'm just gonna measure it there to there and then measure it there here. I'm just gonna cut these through. Alright, let me go ahead and do it, and I'll get back to you with the probably final results. If anyone need sports bar for amarock style, let me know, because I don't need it anymore. Located SA. Alright, so close. I get that one siding in 2 hours. Small process, but I wanna get that plastic strips in there. It's so much better with them. Without them, it's it just holes in there. Yeah, without this trim, there's holes in there. It looks so ugly. I reckon that looks neat now. It's got to clean up with a freaking knife, and then a bit of silicone there, black silicone, that roofing silicone, and it looks okay-ish after that. Okay, this side is almost done as well. I just put these bolts on. I had to pre-drill that one, that's the same as the other side, so it's a factory side. And then there's a hole there, I just put a new bolt there, and a factory bolt as well, 10mm, and these are 12mm. This side here as well, so there's a hole there, so I just put a factory bolt there too, and then the nut, and I just drilled that one, and I just drilled that one, so I'm just gonna a little bit of a spray paint. It's gonna be undercover as well, just like that, you won't see it. And this side as well. Sweet. Alright, let me put that 2 bolts in. And this side is almost pretty much done, and I can take this off, I can put that the upright stabilizer off, and then slide the this plastic cover just like that. So when you're I've cut that one, so that's suit to that. I just still got to clean it. So that's what I was talking about for other side. See that it's a little bit up there, but it's not sitting right. So because I didn't cut this part on this side, I just cut it. So take this off. So I'm just gonna cut. Just like that. Alright, cool, no worries. Now, bolts won't hit this, and then it should sit nice after that. I'm sick. Okay, that's it. Put this aside. I'm gonna go back for that one now. Alright, let me put that bolt in there, into that hole there. They made that bracket a little bit wider, so I could have used this bolt hole as well. But see, that's what I mean. If you just leave if you don't put the cover on, the plastic strip, this is what you get. Look, so much better. Like, you just hide all the holes and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna cutting it. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take the part off, the top part off, and then from here, I'm just gonna slide it through. I made that hole, 2 holes that in the plastic, a little bit bigger as well, so it fits nice. I gotta do something about it. It's doing my heading. Like, why is it not sitting right? I might just cut it a little bit off more here. Maybe just so much tension in there. Maybe that's why. Or this bolt here. Just cut this off a bit, just like I did on the other side. Just like I did here. Alright, no worries. Cool. Yeah, and then these tire light clips in here, 2 bolts there, like I said before. And alright, let me take these off and then slide that plastic strip in there. So it looks nice after that. Okay, I'm halfway there. So the plastic trim's on. I fixed this side up a bit as well. I had to take this out and then trim out the plastics inside, and same as this side. So that side was just like sitting up a bit, so that was here. So just underneath, just trim it out, and that's it. It's nice and flush. Just put these in. They're pretty solid. I tighten these up, all of them, and I'm just gonna do this side as well. Tighten these up. Did I? Yep. Tighten these up. I'm just gonna put the second one in, just like the top one, and I can put the back one, and then the front section. And I think there's 2 cross going that way as well, so just gotta put them in. It's pretty easy. That's pretty much it. I've got the lights as well. The kit gave me the lights, $270. Here's the lights and wiring harness too. Alrighty, let me do that. I can put my tire lights on. That looks whack as it is. Alright, no worries. Let me finish it off and I'll do a separate video for the final freaking product. Alright, no worries. I've got 3 to go. I hope these bolts are stainless steel, otherwise I get rust issues. They look like it. Alright, let's get this on. Alrighty, that's it. Somehow these top supports are a little too big, so the bracket was like here, so I just cut it off there. And just cut it off. I just put 1 bolt in there. Same as that, but that side is 1 bolt, one bolt, and one at the top. And I'm thinking, I've got so many bolts left. I'm thinking I just put one here and then one on the top. Alright, that's it. Just got to do the wiring and then the lights and all that stuff. It's probably tomorrow's job anyway, it's getting late. Alright, let me just clean it up and get all the stuff out that you drilled, all that dust. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. That's how you not install it. Alright, light is already wired up. So still got to clean up, cut all that and all that stuff. I was thinking to put a P-clamp here, so I don't see this zip ties dangling around. So I'm just gonna put a P-clamp here and then P-clamp here and then get that wiring to the P-clamp. So what I did was I just left a little bit loose here and then some in the middle, just in case I want to raise this up a bit so I can have a little bit wire to extend. So so yeah, I just put a bigger washer there, and then I went through here and then down here, and then somehow I managed to get the wiring like behind that plastic cover and then underneath the tub, and then zip tie it to the holes all the way along, and then down here too. So when you come down here, so I just went through that hole there and then all the way down. So there's a hole here behind that panel, there's a hole there, so go all the way down and then come down right here. Oh. Come down right here, there's a wiring there, that black wiring. So that comes all the way and then that joins to that big wiring harness here, and then zip tie all the way to the front. Like I said, I still gotta clean it up. So the wiring is on top of that big harness, so it goes all the way to the front, just like that. And I'll show you the bonnet. I didn't want to go through the cabin because I didn't want to get all the plastics, trimmings and all that stuff out. And the latch is other side. So like I said, I didn't want to come underneath that, so yeah, just in case I don't snap the clips or anything. And it was easier to go underneath as well, to go from the... If I open that up, just like that, so see the wiring here, that one here, so it goes all the way, and then comes up to, this is the leftover ones. It was a little bit too long, but I need to zip tie this. So yeah, and I put the what do you call this again? The relay in here. I just put there was a hole here. I just put a bolt in there, 10mm bolt. I put the relay in and taped it up because that was a little bit loose. The connection was a little bit loose, so I just taped it up. And then, so what I did was a red wire to the plus. There's the negative connection here, and then ground is straight to the battery, and then your switch goes. This is a switch going behind that all the connections, and then behind this wiring here. And then when you come down here, so this is a wiring here, there's a little grommet there, so I took, you can see it there, that one there, there's a little grommet there all the way down here. So I cut it and then squeeze the wiring through the grommet. Oh, how do you see it? Oh yeah, just here. And then there's a carpet. As soon as you take the grommet out, there's a carpet there. So I just made a little hole there in the carpet, just a little slice it off with the knife, and then that comes all the way down. Okay, where are you now? Yep, just here. So that's the carpet I was talking about. So that's that one here. So it goes through, and then just be careful when you installing that, running your wire. Make sure don't touch your steering column. Goes all the way up, and then through behind that panel and switch here. So when you turn it on, it should just work just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, it's got to clean up and all that. So yeah, like I said, I just left a little bit wiring over there just in case I want to, just in case I want to raise this up a bit, the top. And that's it. I still got a silicone it, so no worries. Thanks for watching. This is how you install your King's roof rack on your amarock, if you want to do my way. If you want to do your way, it's even better. Alright, thanks for watching.